Hi, thanks for joining me today. Today's video, I'm going to be giving you some helpful advice on how to finance your first startup food truck or startup food trailer for your new business. Also, stay around to the end. I'll answer some frequently asked questions and give you some generally good advice. Coming up next. Hi, thanks for joining me today. My name's Tom DeWinter. I'm a senior account manager here at Archer Capital, located in Denver, Colorado. We work with small businesses around the country to help you finance the equipment you need to get your business going or to grow and expand. Now today, I'll be talking to you about the three options that you have to finance your first food trailer. Now, we have a $60,000 option, we have a $40,000 option, and last but not least, we have a $10,000 to $20,000 option. Now, to qualify for $60,000, you're going to need to have a 700 credit score or better with 5 lines of credit that are seasoned over 2 years. Now, ideally, this is a good mix of credit too. So you have some credit cards and you have some car loans or a house loan or something like that. So that way it's not all one and it's not all the other. The bank is going to ask to see 3 months bank statements. Actually, this is 3, not this. It's going to need to see 3 months bank statements. And it's going to need to see that you have over $10,000 in the bank, just so that you can properly launch and it feels comfortable that you have the funds that you need to get off the ground. Also, you're going to need to have recent food industry experience. Yes, the bank actually wants to make sure that you're going to know what you're doing. If you have all that, the bank will offer typically a 48-month maximum term. It'll ask for first and last month's upfront, plus documentation, taxes, licensing, and plates and registration for your vehicle. Now, for $40,000, you actually only need a 650 credit score. It's a little bit easier. We don't need to see any industry experience, but we do need to see 3 months bank statements. You're also going to need to have $10,000 or more in your bank account, even to qualify for 40. If you get approved, the bank normally goes out to 60 months. It'll ask for 20% of the cost of your trailer or your food truck up front as a first payment. So if you want a $40,000 trailer, your first payment is $8,000 plus taxes, licensing, registration, and all the rest of the titling fees. Now, last but not least, if you'd like $10,000 to $20,000, all you need is a 600 or better credit score. You don't need any industry experience. The bank won't ask to see any bank statements. Also, $10,000 to $20,000 is the only portion of this that you can use a cosigner on. You can't use a cosigner for $40,000. You can't use a cosigner for $60,000. If somebody's willing to cosign for you, it'll help you qualify, and the credit application will be scored on their credit up to $20,000. Now, if approved, the bank will offer typically a 60-month term or at least a 48-month term. You'll be required to put down first payment and last payment, and that's it. Some small documentation fees, of course, but that's pretty much it. Now, some frequently asked questions and some general advice. We do get a lot of people that approach us and say, well, can you just score me because my partner has really terrible credit? Let me give you some advice. Don't start business with somebody with bad credit. Also, if one of the applicants has bad credit on a credit application, that's the credit score that's scored. The bank scores on the lowest person's credit because they think and they believe that that person is going to have equal access to the business bank account. And if they run their own personal finances terrible and they make terrible decisions in their own personal finances, whether it comes to paying bills or not, they're going to do that for your business. So if you'd like some advice, if your partner has terrible credit, take them off your business don't use them. Look, I can tell you from personal experience, right? Starting a business isn't easy. Starting a business with a partner is even harder, even if you both think that you're on the same page for everything. Starting a business where you have great credit and your partner has terrible credit is a recipe for absolute disaster. If you want to do it right, do it yourself. You don't need your partner. Now, another piece of advice. With the food trailer boom that happened in 2019, 2020, a lot of dealers came into the industry, and they all started without a dealer's license. If you want to find a good dealer, make sure you ask if they have a dealer's license. Now, the dealers that don't, the vendors that don't, will tell you, well, we don't need a dealer's license because all we do is we take an empty shell and we set up the equipment in there and cut a hole for a service window. You see, but that's not true. They're selling trailers. They're selling trailers as their primary business. They need a dealer's license. A dealer's license is only $100 to $500 in most states per year. That's it. To sell $60,000 trailers, $40,000 trailers. What that does is it protects you, the consumer, the buyer of these, because your vendor has to be bonded. They have to be insured. They have to be licensed so that you are protected from the state. They have a bond in case anything happens or they have poor workmanship. Now, if your vendor is unfazed by shortcutting and they don't care whether they shortcut the IRS, they don't care whether they short your state's Department of Revenue or Department of Licensing, they're not really going to care whether they shortcut you too. There's a lot of things on a food trailer and a food truck for electricity and electrical concerns, gas lines, safety, all kinds of stuff that needs to be on there. Find somebody that you know will do a good job, who's licensed, who's insured, who's bonded to do a good job. All right, so what's the next step? The next step, if you're interested and you want some more information, please call us. You can reach me and my sales staff at the number you see on your screen. We'll help you answer questions. We'll help you get the process started. We'll help you start your very first business. Hey, thanks for your time today. If you like our content, please consider hitting the like button down below, the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon to receive notifications when we upload new videos. Thanks a lot and have a great day.